G'day everyone and welcome EFL TV. Tony Shebeki, I've whacked half it off the stage again. I'm back, baby. Look forward to hearing your comments on the website and throughout Twitter and the like. That's how you think this performance goes. Ben Waterworth in with me as well. G'day, Ben.
G'day, Tony. You must be getting pretty excited now. You're off to the Olympics pretty soon.
I am, mate. Not as excited as I am being here again for the third time this year in the EFL TV show.
It's very good to have you back. We're only 5 weeks away from finals, so it's going very, very quickly.
Yeah, I know, it really is too. And let's get stuck straight into it because we've got a lot of things to talk about. Division 4, match of the day, match of the round actually for the EFL, Ferntree Gully versus Sylvan.
Yeah, we're actually heading out to this one, the EFL media team. The Caravan of Courage will be heading out to Ferntree Gully Reserve, so make sure your radio dials on 98.1 from 1 till 6 p.m, and of course streaming on www.efl.org.au. The reason we're going out there, Tony, is because third spot is on the line in Division 4. Third spot, of course, entitles you to a double chance. So Ferntree Gully currently hold that at the moment, but Sylvan are biting at the bit. Ferntree Gully in pretty good form of late. They've won 5 of their past 6 games. Paul Hager's come across from Mooroolbark, kicked 31 goals in very good form. Sylvan, they had a bit of a scare against Surrey Park last weekend. Apparently they had to kick 5 goals in 6 minutes to really get away from Surrey Park, but the Panthers really did take it up to the Cats. Dan Tui's in pretty good form for Sylvan. He's kicked 7 goals. He kicked 7 goals last weekend, been named in the best a number of times. I'm looking forward to seeing how Sylvan go against a team that's been there and done that in the finals. They know what it takes to get to the finals. Sylvan are a much improved side from 2011, but they're not used to it in the EFL yet. Ferntree Gully for mine at home, just a few more bigger bodies around the midfield, but it should be a good game. I would think probably less than 2 goals for Ferntree Gully to win.
All right, Division 3, Boronia up against Wanturna South. This is 3rd versus 6th. Not a bad game. I mean, Wanturna really need to win this one, don't they?
They certainly do, because there's a log jam of about 4 teams between 5th and 8th at the moment, all competing to try and get inside that top 5. I tell you what, though, Tony, Wanturna South are the talk of Division 3 at the moment. They're in some very good form. You could say the Devils have been terrorising a few of the Division 3 teams of late. They've won 6 of their past 7 games, so they've really made a late charge towards the finals. It's been on the back of a lot of their younger players. Taylor Leggett, Jackson Freeman, Tim Lee, all been in very good form. A fantastic 88-point win over then second place Templestowe last weekend. So good start, good signs there for Wanturna South. It'll take a big rock to stop the Wanturna South steam train, but I reckon Boronia have that rock. That very solid defence that they've got down there, I think will be able to restrict Wanturna South from the big scores they've been kicking in past few weeks. So Boronia at home for mine, under new coach Drew O'Hare, who got off to a good start last weekend. I think he'll get 2 from 2, Boronia for mine.
Now, is Phil Merton your boss?
He's one of the bosses. I do report to him occasionally.
He's in next. We're going to see what he thinks about your performance.
Can't wait.
We'll take a break. Phil Merton, the football operations manager of the EFL, will join us in just 1 sec.
Got it out to Newman. Steadies. Kicks it to the top of the square. Scotty Dimitro's out there all by himself in the forward pocket. Can he keep it in? Can he steady? Can he kick a goal? Scotty Dimitro from the boundary line. That is super play. And that is the nail in the coffin that Mooroolbark's been looking for.
And welcome back, EFL TV. I've got Phil Merton, the football operations manager of the EFL, in with me. G'day, Phil.
Yeah, Tony.
Mate, we brought you in because there's been plenty of rumours flying around, as there always is at this time of the year, about what's happening in 2013. Now, one of the strong ones that I've heard is in regards to promotion and relegation. I just want you to clear this up for me. Talk is that no team from Division 2 or 3 will be relegated, and that 2 teams from Divisions 3 and 4 will be promoted. Is there any truth to that or not?
Now, look, Tony, it's not something that's been on the agenda, and in all honesty, the first time it was raised was at the last EFL board meeting, and no decision's been made as to what the structure of the competition will be in 2013. And essentially the question is, if we've got 3 teams, 3 competitions that have more than 10 teams, where we have a seeded draw and some other things that occur, where is the best position for those 3 teams? At the moment, it's 1 up top, 1 down the bottom in Div 4, and then Division 3. Are we best off having that in the top 3 divisions or the bottom 3 divisions, or what it may be? So we're going through a little bit of research at the moment to look at what the impact of the seeded draw's been since we've had it in Division 1 and in Division 4, and also monitoring it closely in Division 3 to see how it's affected Division 3 this year, because it's often been said that Divisions 2 and 3 are our most even divisions, and we don't want to do anything long term that could particularly change that.
Is there a need for change?
Well, and that's what we're assessing at the moment. So, look, the structure of the competitions the board will make that decision based on what they think is the in the best interest. In the past, when we've spoken to clubs about whether it should be 10, 11, or 12 teams, there hasn't been a huge amount of issues, and I think most of the clubs have seen the success of the 12-team Division 1 fixture, where not everyone plays each other twice, but we do it in a seeded manner so that the teams are playing most of their games around teams where they finished nearby on the ladder the previous year. So I don't think there's the scare that there may have been previously of not playing everyone home and away, and that we do it in a pretty balanced way. So, look, we'll take on board some feedback from clubs if necessary, but also what the board thinks will be the best structure.
Finals coming up, but always an exciting time, especially for the teams that are involved.
Yep.
How are they looking for the EFL this year?
So we announced our finals venues this week. Bayswater, which we've had some works done over there over the last 12 months, will host the main Division 1 finals. So we've got some extra seating in there, so we can cater for about 800 people now. Some other terrace areas, which will help increase the capacity of the ground and also relieve some of the stress elsewhere. And we're using the finals venues that we've used over previous years as some of the other venues. Ringwood will host Divi 2, given that that's the first final to finish this year with the final 5 in Divis 3 and 4. And then East Burwood will host Division 3, Mitcham Divi 4 with Baronia, and Vermont to host senior finals for the first time for a while, hosting some of the more preliminary finals in Divisions 3 and 4, so it should be good.
Senior finals are still a few weeks away, but next week, the start of junior finals?
Yeah, so junior it'll kick off next week, so it'll be 16 venues hosting those junior finals. So across the senior and junior competitions, a lot of people talk about the fact that Bayswater and Baronia and Mitcham and East Burwood and these clubs have the benefit of hosting senior finals. But yeah, across the whole competition, there's over 20 teams that have the benefit of hosting finals, which is great for their club and great for their facility, and it's a good opportunity.
Just back to our original conversation, I suppose one of the things you really need to consider is the makeup of the under-19s competition as well, isn't it, if you're going to do any restructuring? Yeah,
so there's a few things that we need to take on board in relation to what the structure of the competitions are, and one of those is certainly how it might affect the under-19. So if we were to have what would be a 9-team competition in Division 4, there's a couple of clubs in Nunawading and Canterbury that don't field under-19s, and then so that leaves 7 clubs, and if some of those weren't able to get under-19 team up, then 6 or 7 is about the minimum number you can have to run a decent competition. So we've looked at that, and the other area that we actually presented a fair bit of information to on clubs last year was with regards to promotion and relegation, and whether it should be 2 up and 2 down, or 1 up and 1 down.
Yeah, the Yammos run 2 up and 2 down, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and we thought that it was something worth tabling, given that with competitions now being 11-12, it's harder to win it, and whether it was worth that. And the general feel from clubs at that stage was that they like to win it when they go up. But the research that we were able to do showed that the team that finished runners-up, there's a 70% chance of them winning over the last 20 years. That in 70% of cases, that team had won the grand final in the next 5 years, so it'd gone up anyway. In terms of the teams that finished second bottom, only 40% had gone down in the next 3 years after that. So pretty much there was 60% of sides that got a bit of a stay of execution for it. And in terms of the yo-yo effect, which is something that I don't think anyone wants to see, I think it can destabilise clubs when they're having really strong years and the years where they end up getting relegated again. We've got about 22% of clubs where there is that yo-yo effect, where they will win a premiership, go up a division, then finish bottom in the next year down. So some of those statistics suggested that, particularly for 2 up, it's happening in more cases than not. It's happening anyway, and that clubs get to go up after they've won a premiership, and not having 2 down gives plenty of clubs, as I said, that stay of execution. And we've seen some clubs who have finished second bottom across all divisions in the last few years end up winning a premiership in those divisions within the next 5 or 6 years. So rather than having to go down division and win it, they've been able to rebuild pretty quickly. So we think the system's working pretty well at the moment.
So in conclusion, no decision, no real solid discussion yet as to what's going to happen in 2013. Anything you hear out there, folks, is just a rumour. Do not be alarmed.
Yeah, that's correct. So look, the board, and if they were to make a decision, they'll make it late in the year. As I said, part of it's to do with how it's affected the Division 3 competition, and we're only 2/3 of the way through that year. So we want to make sure that the right teams are making the finals, the right teams are making the grand finals, and we can only assess that once the full 17 or 18 rounds have been done.
Oh, beautiful stuff. Phil, thanks for coming in. Really do appreciate it.
Tony, good to see you.
Phil Merton, the Football Operations Manager for the EFL, joining us. We'll get Ben back in to have a look at the rest of the competition in just a tick.
It's usually the man to kick in, and he does so again now. They're using that out of the side of the crowd. Oh, what a fly that time there by Roach, I think it was. Massive fly. It was either Roach or Gale.
Welcome back. Final segment for us here on the EFL TV show today, and it is our look at Division 2 and Division 1. Ben Waterworth here with me, and Ben Mulgrave versus Doncaster East. It's at Mulgrave Reserve. Will the home team have the advantage?
They possibly might, Tony. It's a bit of a pride of the Lions. We'll find out who is the real Lion King come the end of this game, because Mulgrave versus Doncaster East both being Lions. Mulgrave got their first win for season 2012 last weekend, Tony. A big victory. I understand it's about their second win in about 30 games. So it's a fantastic effort by Mulgrave. It was on the back of Adam Booth, who returned to form. He kicked 5 goals. And Tim Knowles got named in the best players for the 11th time this season out of 12 games. I've been told on very good authority this guy's a very good chance to go to a VFL, possible AFL club next year. So watch out for the name Tim Knowles in coming years. Doncaster East, well, they almost kissed their finals hopes goodbye last weekend with a shattering 1-point loss to the Waverley Blues. It was a very tight game all day. So maybe Doncaster East, confidence, momentum might be down this weekend. I think Mulgrave might be getting them at the right time. So for mine, at home, Mulgrave, I think, should win this game and prove that they are the Lion King for this weekend.
And in Division 1, a potential finals clash early, with Vermont sitting 4th, Norwood on top of the ladder, meeting this week.
I think even you know, Tony, not being, of course, an EFL person yourself, but you know the aura of Vermont, and they're back. They're kicking big scores. They're currently sitting 4th on the ladder, but they're taking on a Norwood side that's currently sitting on top of the ladder. The first time they sat on top of the ladder in their EFL history, to say the least. So good signs there for the Norsemen. Vermont, they're the best attacking team in the competition. Norwood, they're the best defensive team in the competition. Vermont currently averaging 100 points per game, but Norwood, I think more importantly, are conceding 57 points per game. So the Norsemen might have the advantage in that sense. We all know that defences certainly win your premierships, so a good chance for these two teams to go up against each other in that sense. We probably have the best ruckman in the competition going up against each other. Norwood's Jonathan Wynn against Vermont's Robbie Ross. Looking forward to seeing the battle of that one. But for mine, the big boys of Vermont, they know they know what to do. They've been there and done it before. This experienced players are playing well, continually play well. Robbie Ross, Ryan Mullett, Tom Carmody's in good form. Jared Dalton from Port Melbourne's been very good this year. Vermont for mine. Ripper crowd should be out there. Should be a very close game.
All right, what else do we need to know about the EFL this week?
Now, we've got a competition. We had a competition last weekend, Tony. We've got to give away 2 Powerade kits. So, flashing across the screen, this person won the EFL TV competition, and this person won the EFL record competition. So, congratulations to those two. They'll be receiving a Powerade kit. They can come pick it up from the EFL offices from Friday onwards. So, congratulations to them too, and thanks for getting involved. And all thanks to Powerade as well. Very good supplier of the sports drink.
Fantastic. As we count down to the finals, Ben, that's it for this week's show. Daniel Harford will be taking you through to the finals, because I'll be over in London.
Have a good time.
I'm looking forward
Should
to
be
it.
a blast.
Yeah, it would be fantastic. I'll be back for the finals, though.
Excellent.
Might be able to kick half off for the grand final show. We'll see what we can do. Catch you next time. Till then.